All right.
Morning.
We're live.
Morning.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Good morning.
How's it going?
See? Computer just said you're live.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Your camera is you're quite elevated. Hold on, I got you. Oh, there you are.
Thanks.
It's
Easter Sunday.
Yeah, it is.
Oh. Forgot about that.
Yeah, it is. Wait, we have a guest.
Well, it's Jackson. He's like.
We know that guy.
He's like part of the show.
There you go.
This is only my second podcast here, so.
Is it your second podcast ever?
Yeah.
Oh,
Awesome. Good to have you.
it's a good foundation for him.
What do we got here?
I kind of feel he's going to take over the industry. Oh, today's episode is brought to you by the letter
D's
D.
for dates.
D. For
The letter
dates.
D. I don't know much about dates. You chose dates, Jeremy. Go for it.
I did. I don't know much about dates either, other than their
Horrible preparation. Horrible. How do you make a date? Is it a date fruit? Does it grow on a tree? Are they produced in orchards? Do they have unions?
they come from palm trees. The
Oh,
dates.
that's right.
They
I did look this up.
Mhm.
How come I'm the one that did research and I'm asking you questions?
It probably has something to do with your week.
Yeah, and you chose dates, so I'm
Yeah.
just putting it on
It's
you.
close to a fig. Figs
Yeah,
are good.
It is a palm product.
Yeah, and they're
And,
super beneficial for you, like antioxidants and
Never had one.
nutrients. They're pretty good. They have a little kind of a weird taste.
I haven't eaten a lot of things, actually.
No. We got hold on. We're going to have to add a camera to the OF page.
Oh,
Why
cool.
Why are we pulling up dates? Why is this relevant?
We're doing every episode now has a letter associated with it,
Okay.
and this is
Every
our
episode
fourth one in a
has
row.
Had a letter associated to it.
Yeah, so this is our fourth one in a row, and now we're doing D for dates.
Yeah.
Then it'll be whatever letters after
We did
D.
apples, and then we did bananas, but then we redid B for
Why?
for blackberries or blueberries. Blueberries.
Blueberries. Yeah.
Why did you do B twice?
Because we did B before we did A.
We didn't realize what we were doing.
We didn't even know we were going to do a sequential alphabetical production.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's for real.
And then all of a sudden the light bulb went on and we said we should probably do a alphabetical production.
Yeah, it's Tortoise and Hare. We're teaching kids.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's why we have you here.
Yeah.
You get to teach us.
Actually,
'Cause
that's
you've been on fire. Yeah, you have. You've been on fire.
Yeah, you're doing good, bud.
Yep.
So,
I don't know. I gotta fix
Sunday?
it. I gotta fix your capture card's not coming up on the 9 screen.
oh, well, that's not good. Little teching real quick. Tech it up. Good morning.
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 Good morning. So, what are we gonna talk about today, guys?
Dates.
Dates. We did talk about that.
Do you have one? Do you have one for prom?
No.
No.
I don't think he's not doing prom yet.
No, not until I think 7th or something.
Probably. And then they have like high school prom.
We are so.
Pushing the limits.
We're just killing it right now with conversation. I mean, we are just live. I mean, whoever, if anyone is listening to this, they're just like, oh God,
yeah, totally.
this is a conversation I can't pull away from. There's just so much content in that silence with that kids theme song in the background that it's just,
it's amazing.
It's magnetic.
What did Jackson? What have you been playing on the old DS lately?
Pokemon Black, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is like an old Pokemon game.
Yeah, it came out, I think, 2008.
You know what I
The year I was
noticed?
born. It's just as old as me.
What's that?
See, you and I, you're good when you have a computer, but if you don't have a computer, you need armrest. And the reason that you need armrest is because you fidget, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what he needs?
Yeah, armrest.
Armrest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know.
Just
We need
saying.
more chairs with armrests.
For those of you out there who didn't know that, armrest.
He's 11. I'm a grown-ass adult, though.
And we still need armrest.
True.
I fidget
So what
way
does
too
that
much.
mean?
I get in trouble in class for that.
Yeah.
Fidgeting.
We should just make up some bullshit philosophy that says that as long as the child's chair has armrest, the mind calms itself. And see if the city.
You get lots of money by making armrests.
Yeah, and then we'll sell it to the city as some grand scheme to calm all ADD children in class.
I can sleep so good in one of those little desks.
So true.
Only if there's
It's
armchairs.
amazing.
So uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Unbelievably uncomfortable.
Did I just say armchairs?
Armchair.
Yeah, well, that's what it would be, I guess. Right.
What's an armchair?
Well, it's an ADD chair, and what it does is it provides stimulation on bilaterally, so that the child has the ability to stay focused while listening to a boring lecture in class.
What's
Just pretending to be smart by using big words.
We just made this product up right now. We're pitching it.
You're making
The armchair, brought to you by Tortoise and Hare. Soon to be soon to be released in the Los Angeles County School Department.
golden toilets coming to a school near you.
I want a golden toilet. I met someone who had a golden sink.
Really?
Yeah, and okay, Domino's Pizza has a smaller walk-in than they have in their house.
Wow, like a walk-in freezer just to store the food, huh?
It was a walk-in refrigerator.
Oh, refrigerator.
It was for beverages.
Wow.
So when you said armchair, do you know what I thought of? One of those. I've seen this chair where it was like a massage chair, but it had an arm coming out of the top for massaging your head.
Oh, that's cool.
So it like
That's an
scratch your
armchair.
head.
Yeah.
Juliet was at the car wash last weekend, and some guy was taking advantage of those massage chairs that they have there. And he, in full regalia, decided to pull his beer belly out and just let it shake away there in the chair. They took a photo of it and everything. It was great. It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, welcome to the car wash.
Sounds like he was partying this weekend.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
For 11, it's hard. The problem is we had so much
What?
rain, and the hay fever is crazy. I heard there's like lines to get into those, at the store with the cabinets of the Claritin and all that stuff. There's it's like crazy out there trying to get a hold of this stuff. So he's probably, being his father, I'm saying he probably has like some hay fever going on or something. It's been a heck of a see,
Right as you say it.
it's been a heck of an allergy season.
How do I mute
this
my
year.
mic again?
Careful with the table.
Yeah, we don't do muting of the mic. We're gonna do cough buttons at some point, but we're not there yet.
And your father would be responsible for the cough button.
Yeah.
He does that a lot.
Yeah.
Cough?
And sneeze.
Does he?
So
It's the vaping. We just blame the vaping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Don't vape, kids.
It's the
do we
tobacco
want
industry's fault.
to plug this into your phone and maybe
I think it already is.
Yeah.
see what's up?
What do we want to look at?
Oh, I thought he was gonna show us something on his phone.
Oh, cool.
Do you want to play a little game?
I don't know. Do we want to? What game?
We were talking. He was playing this game that you showed him.
Uh-oh.
The Wordscapes. Is that what it's called?
I was not thinking of that kind of game, but sure.
Well, what kind of game were you thinking about?
I don't know.
Oh, well, if you don't know,
I
then
like this game.
yeah,
Not it.
not it.
Just gotta cup the balls.
Michael used to call me
balls.
and say he'd call and say not it and hang up. Like it's a phone call game.
Or usually it would just be like tag.
You're right.
That's it. Red button.
Yeah, something like that.
Race you to the red button.
It's
Poop.
Like who can hang up on the other person faster?
Yeah.
And
The ultimate
and he
introvert
just called
game.
me.
We
So
need
it's
to
like, wait, you just called. Why are we hanging up now?
The ultimate introverted game.
what kind of like random melodic. Yeah, that's right.
Random.
Like ambient
melodic.
music, ambient.
Oh, just
background.
to keep it going. Yeah. No, I hear you.
I'm curious to know how this effect would work out because, see, in radio stations, they do like little blips where three, 4, 5, 6 people come in, they talk over each other. But in the background, there's an audio feed that kind of produces a sense of calmness to the insanity that's being pushed over the microphone.
Maybe not that theme that we were playing earlier.
No, it can't be that. That's too much.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. There's got to be like elevator music where you don't hear it, but you hear it. We're going to figure this out right now. That's how it's on the fly. If you haven't ever done, if you can't do it, you got to build it or something like that. I don't know. That's a horrible phrase. If you can't do it, you got to build it. You shouldn't have put can't in there prior to building.
Okay.
I screwed that one up.
Okay, I think I know a game that we can play if you're up for it.
Is it I Spy?
No.
It's not?
No, it's not.
Slug Bug?
No. The game is Snot.
Oh, Snot.
It's Snot.
It's not?
Yeah.
It's not a game.
Yes, it is Snot.
No, it's not.
It's not. Okay, now we're just in a loop. Okay. No, but, so I say, a currently relevant and popular YouTuber or thing that kids like to do, and then you guys tell me if you know about it. And if you do, you have to tell me about it.
Oh.
See if you know.
Good music. It's for a game show. It's perfect. Go for it. Number 1.
T-Series.
What?
T-Series.
What is that?
We're supposed to guess.
Do either of you know about it?
No.
T-Series?
T-Series?
Yeah.
Like T as in Thomas.
Yeah, like
Series.
the letter.
Yeah.
Series.
T-Series.
No.
Do I have to be PC?
No.
I don't have to be PC? Is this like a series of baseball cards that are related to transgender models?
No. Not at all.
Is it a TV show that's related to the transition of children?
No. The T doesn't mean anything.
Oh, okay. Well, there's this TV show called I Am Jazz.
How does that have to do with T-Series?
Well, I saw the clip for it and I freaked out that some little boy's a little girl.
Okay.
And they publicized the whole transition, the surgeries and everything.
Okay.
So, when you said T-Series, my brain went.
Yeah, so what are you talking about, Jackson? What is T-Series?
I think he's in shock right now.
No, he knows all about that stuff.
I know. So T-Series.
I'm in shock. I was new to this I Am Jazz. Because I figured jazz, jazz hands. Jazz.
She's cool. I like her. Whatever.
No, she looks like a beautiful young woman. I just have issues processing. My brain goes, so in the beginning of this was a boy. And now she's a girl. And I thought it was a TV show about jazz. Like this literally just happened to me.
Do you want to hear about T-Series?
What ended up happening was I recorded Pimple Popper.
Oh God.
Yeah, and it folds into.
Correct, and it grabbed like 4 minutes of this show, and my jaw was just like, because I'm looking at a little girl, and then my brain is telling me that the beginning of this series, she didn't look like that.
She did though.
Oh, okay.
Because it's been called I Am Jazz, not I'm Gonna Be Jazz.
Ooh, damn you! You're good.
So.
Go for it.
So T-Series is.
That was a gem of a moment. Sorry about that.
So
T-Series.
T-Series is an Indian music corporation that.
How do you know this shit? Go ahead.
YouTube. So they. Actually, I'll get to how I know about them later.
Are you invested into them stock wise?
No.
Not yet.
Well, so they're a corporation, an Indian music corporation. They don't make music, they just publicize it.
Okay.
So it's like, if there's any, they don't make the music, but they post it. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's all on their content.
Is it world music or is it Indian music?
I would say it's Indian music.
Native Indian or red dot Indian?
I don't know.
India, the country,
You are here?
or
Red dot?
Native American?
Or Indian? How?
Country, India.
Okay.
Okay.
You've never heard that before? Feather or red dot?
No.
Well, Columbus was trying to get to India for spices. He landed here. He went, oh, look, Indians, Native Americans. They weren't Indians. He didn't land in India. He landed in the Americas. And prior to that, they were called the Americas because Americo Vespucci landed here first. So, but that's why they say red dot, because the red powder for their tradition for...
It gets rid of the...
Yeah, it's spiritual cleansing.
It cleans.
Yeah, so, and then the feather is, it's a feather. I think it's to hide in the bushes and pretend you're a bird.
Yeah. Well...
So T-Series.
Yeah, they're...
It's a good talk.
Oh, okay, so the next. Do you know about PewDiePie?
Oh, number 2.
Yeah.
PewDiePie.
You know about PewDiePie?
Yeah.
You've heard of him?
He's a YouTuber.
Oh. Okay.
Currently, the second most subscribed to channel.
How many subscribers does he have?
Damn.
I think 96 million right now.
Wow.
Yeah, he's doing good.
T-Series has 97, I
Wow.
think.
Well, T-Series is number 1.
Yes. So, PewDiePie was the number 1 most subscribed to YouTube channel for like 5 years.
He had a long run, yeah.
Yeah, and then T-Series comes by with, because you know how big India is, how many people there is, so they keep getting more subscribers, and then there was this huge internet battle with PewDiePie and T-Series, and it ended in T-Series currently in the lead, but there's still the road to 100 mil, so the race to whoever gets 100 million first.
Wait. So
Who's
what? Okay,
100 million?
T-Series markets music. What does PewDiePie market?
He's a person. He's a guy that...
Just talks?
Well, he does reaction videos.
Okay.
He used to be a gamer, but
Okay.
then transitioned his content into more of reaction. and
Reaction of
commentary.
what?
People?
Videos,
Like shock videos.
games.
Games that are coming out.
He plays a lot of VR, virtual reality.
Mm-hmm. Is there a number 3 here in this?
Well,
Or are we just talking about number 1 and 2?
I don't know who's number 3 right now. But I'm sorry.
Why are you apologizing? You're
Because I hit the table.
Oh, no. You have to smack it hard enough for this thing to wobble. That's why when you hit it with your elbow, I just kind of looked at this for you, just to remind you. So the rest of the table don't matter, but if you watch that camera. See?
That's a big oof.
That's all. I don't care if you rest your hands on it. I don't care if you're comfortable.
Do you guys know about Big Chungus?
That sounds weird that I would state that I don't care if you're comfortable. It's so arrogant of a human brain to state that. It's like you should be comfortable. The only concern that we have is people watching. That's
Well, number 3, do you guys know about Big Chungus?
how can he stay on task and you like he?
We're staying on task here today.
No. It's not what I'm saying. Is that
I know.
you like wander. He pulls this shit right back.
So number 3.
Big Chungus.
What is this?
Not a clue. I'm failing this
You have
game.
no idea?
Where's
No.
our music?
So
Where's our game show music?
it came from an episode of Looney Tunes
Okay, that's why it sounded familiar.
where whatever the rabbit's name is, what's his name?
Bugs Bunny?
Yeah, that guy.
Okay.
He's like really fat, and then everybody made a joke where somebody called him Big Chungus, and now
And this was a fat Bugs Bunny?
Big Chungus. I'll pull
Yeah,
up a picture.
pull it up. I don't know. I don't understand why I don't. How come we have your computer for caption and we don't have his phone?
Because I haven't added it in. I mean, it's like, do you want me to disconnect this and connect it to him? I can do it.
Unless you want to pull up Big Chungus.
I am.
Oh.
How big is Big Chungus?
Very big. Big
Th-
Chungus.
There's like jokes about it, like
Chungus.
PS4 games.
That's a fat bunny rabbit.
And there's like a PS4 game.
Yeah.
Well, not really, but.
Yeah, I'm showing it. I know what we're talking about here. Big Chungus. And then like there's all sorts of like Big Chungus being like what's his name?
Thanos.
Yeah,
yes.
Thanos.
There was this big. Oh,
So who is this Big Chungus?
he's Bugs Bunny, but fat.
He's a YouTuber or something?
No. It came from an episode
Oh,
of Bugs Bunny, of Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny, but he's like really fat.
Okay.
And then somebody made a joke, and now it's this big thing. Okay, number 4. Do you either of you guys know about Ultra Instinct Shaggy? No?
Nope.
You know who Shaggy is, right?
You're talking about Shaggy and Scooby?
I'm busy
Yeah.
making tech errors. This is fun.
So, Shaggy. You know Shaggy, right?
Mhm.
So, in Dragon Ball, there's this big aura around them.
Mm-hmm.
And in a really old movie of Scooby-Doo, Shaggy, out of nowhere, just starts like judo flipping people and like fighting everybody.
Okay.
And then somehow that correlated to him becoming Ultra Instinct. And that birthed Ultra Instinct Shaggy.
Okay.
And now it's a meme.
This is a newer episode you're talking about. This isn't an old episode, right?
Of Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
No, it's really old. Really old movie.
A movie?
Yeah, like the old movie.
An animated movie.
Yeah, one of the old movies.
Like, who ever thought that making like a non-animated version of Scooby-Doo would be a good idea?
Have you heard what's coming out, what's being made?
What's that?
Live action Dora the Explorer.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
I think they ran out of ideas.
You lost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a smart.
I love this
Such
kid.
a smart kid.
It's true. It's true, though.
I think they're failing. And they're just
Okay.
grabbing for air.
Back to what were we talking about? The Shaggy.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Ultra Instinct Shaggy.
Okay, what about
Let's
a
look
picture?
him up.
Yeah, it's just Shaggy with aura around him.
He looks good right here. He's doing stuff, huh?
Yeah.
He's making things happen.
If you can play a clip of the movie without being
Hold on.
copyrighted.
Don't get too tech real quick. Pause. Just kill a second because I'm gonna push a button. I already made the mistake, so I gotta fix it.
What am I doing?
Hold on.
Just hanging out for a second is what you're saying.
So what ended up happening was
You made something and then it doesn't have the audio or something. Whatever. I don't know.
even that. It's cancel.
Pretty soon, there'll be a day where neither of us are controlling any of this stuff. So, but for now,
Yeah, we'll have an editor.
we're our live tech. This is what we do. We live tech it.
So somehow or another, I don't understand it.
It's okay. There's nothing to understand.
Okay, so if I try, on the 9 screen, the capture and capture is actually pulling in your computer, and then when I go to capture and capture, just to pull up your computer, it goes to Jackson.
What goes to my phone or me?
Your face.
Yeah, it's okay.
I know.
Can we get to my phone being up?
Well-
Because I have something to show the audience.
Your dad's gotta relieve himself. Oh, you want to go that way with it?
No. Okay. So here's how we're gonna do this. We're gonna unplug
On
this.
the fly. On the fly.
Ooh.
Here's his wire. Where's it going?
No, he needs that.
Oh.
No, here.
Will fit. Oh. Okay. Is it up?
Yes. It is. Okay, so should I try to fix this issue real quick so we have a full screen of his thing? Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna just.
if not, just use the mouse and click on the scene. Or are you showing? Lift your mic up just a hair off. There you go. That's way more than a hair. And push it back for
Okay,
me.
fine. I'll push up a tortoise. Yeah. I pushed up a tortoise, but it won't stay. Can I just do that?
If
Yeah.
it won't stay, it just needs. It doesn't have a tight. Okay, you're right. It's okay.
Ooh, that one doesn't have the thing, huh?
I was enjoying that.
I'm gonna play something else. It's okay.
Okay, that's a little bit too much. No, that's just...
Got it.
Went black.
What? The song before that, you're saying?
Whoa. Oh, your phone turned off.
Okay, are we on my phone?
Yeah, we're good now. So capture card should pull in just.
Okay. Left ear just went kaboom.
Hey.
Okay, right ear.
This is entertaining.
Okay, now both ears. Okay.
Bam.
Okay, so this is the original clip of the movie.
Are we allowed to play this?
The problem
It's
is
off YouTube, so
the audio. Look, you need to plug that other part in, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, into there.
So I get the
No,
audio.
into here with the thingy that you had.
Wait, no, he has regular headphones, so it's okay. He just plug
Okay.
that in.
Oh, to the jack.
Yeah, he's got the older.
No.
Okay. Ready? All right.
Hold on. And then your RC8 in.
Let's just see. Are you playing it?
Yeah, it's
No
fine.
audio. If I do on my phone.
There you go. Are you all the way up? Okay. Ask your dad for more volume.
More volume.
There you go.
Your choice. Say hi to your friends, punk.
He really is Ultra Instinct. That is not normal Shaggy. Yeah, that's too much of a clip.
Probably get kicked for that, huh? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It's off YouTube, though, so it should be fine.
Fair use is 16 seconds, or 14 seconds.
Something like that. They'll flag it and tell you.
Yeah.
They'll be like, hey, we didn't appreciate that,
Please
but
don't do that.
we'll leave your video up. But we didn't
They'll
appreciate
probably
that.
just demonetize it or something.
Bingo.
We're not
So,
making any money off of these, are we? Oh,
All 12 subscribers.
wow.
So we're touching 12 people.
Who are our 10 subscribers? I think you can see.
Hey, do you want to check?
Yeah. I can't see because I'm not on the account. But if it's on the account, you can see who your subscribers are.
oh yeah, you can.
Oh, damn.
You want to pull it up on your phone? So with this?
No, it's okay.
Yeah, 12 subscribers. It's epic.
How do you see our subscribers, Dad? Do you know?
I'd have to go into the account on the computer that we're using.
No, you
True.
can do it. You can do it on the mobile.
But he's not logged into that,
Oh,
so it makes it harder to do it when you're not logged in.
it's okay. It's fine. No, you can't do it. You can't see who's subscribed if you're not.
So what else is going on? Do we know? It's Easter
Mm.
Sunday. It's Easter Sunday. Did you know this is Easter Sunday?
It is. It's Easter Sunday.
What do you mean? It's obviously Friday. Obviously.
Obviously.
Duh.
What do you think? Oh, hey. You remember how I was getting off the freeway at Fallbrook and I was talking to you and I said the water cans with the steel caging.
You're
around-
talking about those, not barriers, but they're things that basically slow you down.
The impact.
They're
yeah.
all, they're on the side of like off ramps and
Yeah, last night someone
Wise.
hit that one at like 11 o'clock.
wow.
Yeah. And my whole thought was I wonder if the metal does more damage. Oh, that car got fucked up. It didn't matter.
Is there water everywhere?
It just...
So,
But the hood, man, it looked
You know
like
what
a,
he's talking
it
about,
looked like
Jackson?
a deer landed on it.
They're like trash can looking things on the side of the freeway highway.
Yep. It worked. She was standing outside the vehicle looking at it.
Yep.
Hmm.
So, what were you saying?
He was saying, what about... You got a lot going on.
do you know about the recent controversy with subbotting?
No.
Fake subscribers?
Oh, sub-botting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And, some people actually make claims that T-Series did that.
You can imagine that they're capable of it.
They're a big corporation.
Yep. Get a little farm
One
going.
of the biggest claims, or one of the biggest evidence, is that they gained over 1 million subscribers in the span of less than 1 second.
Ooh, how do you do that?
It's like, sure, there might be close to 1 billion people in India, but
1 million all signing up at the same time? Highly unlikely, right?
it's kind of hard to do. And there's actually a lot of people in India are actually subscribed to PewDiePie.
Yeah.
And not T-Series.
He's just going through the music to go through it. Yeah. I know.
I'm just downloading stuff that I think is useful.
Yeah. I'm lost.
Where are we going? What are you lost from?
I started thinking about that thing you talked about last night about birthday months. And then I was just like, I don't know if I have the energy to talk about birthday months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barely have the energy to do a birthday day.
Yeah, I feel you.
Birthday month. It's my birthday week.
It's my birthday weekend.
Yeah.
It's my birthday month.
But didn't you go to Vegas last weekend? Yeah, but this is the local hangout birthday.
But that was a week before my birthday when my family could go. This is my actual birthday.
Yeah, this is like my friend's birthday.
Yeah.
Like hangout, friends.
Friendsgiving.
Yep.
So, I lost my train of thought.
I thought he was going to say I lost my virginity.
He's 11.
I felt
It's a little early for
it was
that.
like a cliffhanger on that one. I lost my thought.
He's 11.
Woo! Thank God.
Remember. Keep going. What's up, bud?
I'm still in shock about that comment.
I was worried too.
He's the bad uncle. What can I say?
When you're ready to go to Mexico, let me know. We're only going to get chiclets, okay? That's it. Chiclets? Chiclets? Do you want chiclets?
Were you going to say something, Jackson?
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
That audio track just took us away.
Let's just have some silence.
This is great. I like this song.
ASMR.
Tell you what.
Yo.
ASMR.
Mm-hmm.
So, I thought you were headed somewhere with a thought or a comment or something.
Not anymore.
No? Okay.
ASMR.
You're being weird. Definitely being weird.
This is a big thing now. ASMR. Yeah.
Did you ever learn how to do that like water droplet thing with like? Yeah.
What if you were walking across a room and you went from one side of the room over to the other side of the room, like over here? Now I'm over here, guys. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
I'm over here now. Where are you? I'm over here.
I'm all the way over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm over here, though.
But I'm over here.
You're over there? Where? Over there?
No, over here.
Yeah, over here.
Over here.
I'm over here.
That's just mean to people.
Where are you?
805-341-4903.
I'm tickling both ears.
That's your grandmother.
Oh.
You can answer the phone. Just tell her we're in the middle of a podcast like I just told her a minute ago.
Should we unplug it?
Yeah.
Hi.
Cool when you pan them around like that, right? Because now it's like...
I'm good. We're doing a podcast.
Live. Literally on the internet. Happy Easter.
We're talking about the resurrection of Christ. When two or more are gathered. Someone is there.
I grew up
Okay.
Lutheran. And someone recently told me that
I have her number.
Lutheran was a made-up language or religion, being Lutheran or whatever. And my response was like, well, aren't they all?
They're all different denominations.
Okay.
Well,
Protestant,
they're all made up though.
Episcopalian.
It's like
Methodist,
plastic. It's like
Catholic.
tacos.
Are we
Mormon.
going to Grammys later?
Yeah, it's 6.
Oh.
So what it is there you're focusing on a different part of the scriptural statement. So whether or not it's works or
Oh, I get it. I'm just saying, aren't they all written by man?
I guess not according to man. According to man, it was divine upon them,
Sure.
and they wrote the divine words that they heard.
Sure.
Some good ayahuasca tea.
Yeah, that's what I always thought. They say like the Bible is like made by God, but who wrote
66 authors over the course of 2,000 years.
the Bible?
Non-sequential, yeah, not in order. And then there was a Gnostic council, kind of like Christian monks who prayed for a week to come up with, the 6 guidelines of what they felt to belong within Scripture.
So
And what-
they just said, you got to do this, or else.
No,
you're
it's
not
like
holy.
we have all these books in front of us. How do we figure out which one belongs in there, right? So say you got 100 books and you got to like sort it down to 50. How are you going to sort it down to 50? So they prayed, and they say at the end of every day they came up with a different guideline of why they would include a specific book. And to give you an example, it would be like the spoken word of Christ versus the written word of Christ. So in the Holy Bible, it is you only have the spoken word of Christ. That's why in some translations it's actually in red, like in oh God, my brain's toast. But yeah, so what you're seeing is that the written word of Christ wrote, I think on accord, there's like over 80 gospels of written text from Christ. But this council that consolidated the books to put Scripture together felt that the spoken word of Christ was more important than the written word, because historically, spoken word came way before written word.
That makes sense.
And that's an example of like what they acquired at the end of one day of prayer was like, oh, spoken's more important than written. And then you get into the argument, well, why is spoken more important when it comes to Christ, but written is accepted when it comes to, everything else?
Because a spoken word is not. People want to see things written more than spoken now.
Correct now, yeah.
Because they want everything typed out. They want everything.
Well, we have language now. Back then, we didn't really have language.
Oof.
It's okay, they're made to fall. Yeah. So, once we acquired, you go and you start looking at like caves. You start looking at like Neanderthals.
They had language.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to, and how they inscribed on walls with images. So the process of producing, going from symbols to an alphabet, I think took 1,500 years, 2,000 years, because in Egypt we were still using images. That's 9,000 years ago. Oh, I know. By the time we got to Greek mythology, we had an alphabet. So that's the change of 7,000 years. So clearly within that 7,000 year pocket, we went from image to characters to letters. Progress.
Well, then you gotta think about what makes a letter a letter.
The content, the value you put behind it, the value, your social structure.
It's like we could, at any point, someone could just wipe the entire memory of everyone in the world and change the alphabet to be a letter is duh.
Yeah, you could just make your own alphabet.
But that's the thing. You gotta think of, you can't just say a different letter is part of the alphabet, because then that's still the same letter. You gotta say like E. No, that's a letter.
Well, first off, you got to
so
understand
weird.
the content of how you form sound. So if you're producing an alphabet, you can't get away from your vowels. Your A, E, I, O, U are the fundamental sound within a syllable. So the word syllable means sound from Libya. So a sound produced from your lips. When you produce a syllable, the contents of that are what surround it. Like when the contents, your syllable, contents, right? So you have this vowel. Now you can only have one vowel per syllable. It's argumentable. Don't really want to get into it. So if we alter language, the best example is Hawaii, right? Hawaii has 13 letters. Okay, so they looked at ours and went 26. Yeah. Don't need 26. We need 13.
Is that pidgin?
No, it's pidgin and their full alphabet. So like in like I
Like
guess it
they're-
would be pigeon, yeah.
Yeah, it's their full alphabet.
Well, no,
It's
I was
only
just thinking.
13 letters.
Yeah, so I was thinking about the street signs. My brain went, "Are the street signs in pigeon?" I don't know, but the street signs are in Hawaiian. But pigeon Hawaiian are different. Pigeon is like,
Slang.
yeah, it's really like
Doo-doo.
It's like Ebonics.
you need to be on another side of the island to be able to acquire how to learn how to speak pigeon.
Doo-doo.
Yeah, like you try means because you got to remember that there's a lot of words aren't missing. So if I were to say you really need to try this, I would say you try. That means you really need to try this. So, but the point is that when we look at the alphabet 13, so we have A, E, I, O, U, right? Couldn't get rid of that. You had to keep it. Now from there, they have what? K, L, Y, M, O. No, that's a vowel. Sorry, I'm special. So
That's
we
it.
have
They
K,
have P, I
Y,
think.
M, L. No, I got 3 left. Help me find them.
W.
4 left.
Oahu.
Yeah, you got
W.
W. Yeah,
H.
yeah. So you see what I'm saying is that like they have very few contents to surround their vowels. Contents to surround the vowels.
Consonants.
Well, it's
There's
consonants.
a lot of inflection in that language.
I like he's like continents, and it's like, well, it's the contents of the word.
Contensants.
Yeah.
What are you doing over there? Can you?
I don't
sit?
know. I'm fidgety.
Yeah, sit
How-
normal.
He's all that pixie sticks he had this morning. He's just all.
He had a normal bowl of cereal.
I'm messing
but
around.
Still.
I'm messing. Yeah. So if you're gonna write your own language, you're stuck with the vowels. Yeah. Right.
But we can make our own vowels.
The vowels are based off of the sounds that come from your lips.
Yeah.
So you're not going to alter the sounds that your lips.
Ooh, e,
But we could.
ah.
But
You're going to
still,
rename them, but they are based off the sound that they
yeah.
make.
But you can still make. You can still change the entire how they're written.
Well, yeah. There's a lot of other ways to write the same sound. There's hundreds of ways.
E.
That
E,
and
E,
think
E.
based on. Like that's the weird part that we have such a interesting dialect here in America or in the
America.
West.
America.
Because I find that some other languages can be like audibly like harsh to your ear. Like if you ever hear someone talking German it sounds
Hey!
like, yeah, well calm down there. Sounds like they're
That's
gonna
how they talk.
I know, it sounds like they're gonna kill you or something, and they're like,
Even
oh,
when they're
no.
happy.
They're like,
Hey!
hey, you keep blowing the mic up. Stop doing that.
That's how they talk.
The both of you have done it. It's getting annoying. It
He's
hurts
excited.
my ears.
But that's how they talk.
Yeah, it hurts my ears. I don't like it.
I'm German.
But, okay. It just sounds like they're gonna like kill you, and instead they're like, "Oh, I'm bringing you cupcakes tomorrow."
It hurts your ears? I
got
don't give a
some
shit. I'm German.
cupcakes.
Whatever. I'm just saying some languages are not pleasant to us, but we're just not used to it. But same with music. A lot of there's music out there in other countries, and they use different scales, and there's semitones or certain notes that we don't hit on.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain alphabets that have way more than 26 characters.
Yeah.
My point of that is
There's like one alphabet that has like over 200, I think.
do you know what the average American education is?
How many years? Or
Just
7th grade.
They say 8th.
I was guessing. I had a question mark at the end of
what do
that.
you mean average?
So
education?
like take all the people that are in America that are adults.
How much they've gotten education?
How much the average person. Now think about it. There's people like
Is this
your
the
mom.
mean, the medium, or the...
The average.
Just messy.
So like your mom, she has multiple degrees,
Yeah, she has like 2 degrees.
right? So does
Oh,
a
excuse
lot
me.
of people we know. Okay? But there's certain people that you may or may not be aware of, maybe didn't graduate high
High school
school.
dropouts.
Yeah, exactly, right?
But that's actually some people it works a lot. Like, have you ever heard of Logan Paul and Jake Paul?
Of course. They're
They-
great. Yeah,
They're high school dropouts and
they're doing
they
quite
make
well for
millions. They have
themselves.
Lamborghinis.
Yeah.
They have mansions.
One's a filmmaker now, right?
But well, both of them. Which one, Logan?
I thought Logan, yeah.
He doesn't make films. He's an actor.
Oh, he's an actor.
Both of them have acted in films.
I thought he also like makes films and stuff too.
Yeah.
He's got a pretty cool workshop, though.
He's a good filmer, but he doesn't like produce.
Yeah, that's whatever. We're talking the same thing, I think. Yeah. So yeah, my
Apples
point
and
of that
oranges.
was the average American education. Now you got to think, 100 and something years ago, it was probably
3rd grade.
yeah, if that, because there wasn't a lot of schooling back then. You know,
200
that's more
years.
of a modern thing.
Kindergarten.
Just saying, right?
Yeah, you were lucky to know the alphabet.
It's like, what was the average life expectancy 200 years ago?
Like, I think it was
30, 28 to 30, I think.
It's crazy, right? That's like you're a grandpa. You're like old at that point.
You probably like most people didn't get to have grandkids or anything.
A lot of people didn't survive that stuff back then. Yeah, a lot of cholera and dysentery, just like in Oregon Trail. Jinx.
Yeah.
Jinx.
Oh, yes. Good morning.
Morning.
That's how I feel.
What time is it? It's already 10. Wow, we've been here.
Already
A while.
10.
Yeah, we've been here a while.
Well, we haven't done an hour yet, guys, and we that's what we shoot for.
How do you know?
Because I know.
How long have we been going?
We've been going
45
for
minutes?
about 50-something minutes right now.
Does he have a timer over there?
I'm not telling you what I have.
He has a timer.
I just know when we
Probably has
went
the string
live.
pulled off up.
I have a piece of gear.
It's called a phone.
Yeah.
No, I have a piece of gear at my storage
That's
unit.
called
It's a
a
rack mount
second
piece
phone.
of gear that has the ability to switch HDMI inputs.
Okay.
So I think I'm gonna get that and put it underneath here, so that I could have like my computer and the phone set up, and be able to switch between them. That would be cool. More tech that we're gonna add to the show. At some point, we'll post links for all the gear that we have,
Ooh, that's smart.
and what we're using. Because I mean, look, guys, anyone should be able to do this, right?
Yeah.
I think we've proven that.
Anyone should be able to do this. All 9 cameras. You should be able to do it.
Even though one camera is just a picture of a date.
Do you listen to Kevin and Bean? That's a local LA radio station. It's
Yeah.
funny because
They're getting old.
the guy
They're getting old.
he was living in Washington. I think he lives in Nashville now or New Orleans now. They do a local radio show, but the guy's got like ISDN with the hookup directly to the radio station. So it's like he's there, but he's not. At the end of their every Friday show, do you know what they do? They do the like, roll another one. It's hilarious. It's like a sing-along that they do.
Yeah, they got a good show. They got a good show. Mark and Brian's gone now, right?
Mark Bryan's gone. It's funny. There's a 50th anniversary KLOS thing that's going on.
Okay.
And they're going to be on the radio on Wednesday.
Wow.
And I grew up listening to those guys. They're really...
They pushed buttons. That's what... It's like no one pushes buttons anymore. Like they would walk in...
What?
Like there would be a bet and who would lose the bet, right? So there's a bet in the radio. Someone loses the bet, the radio station.
Yeah.
So say you lose the bet, right? And so what you have to do is wear a diaper, go to McDonald's, order food, and piss in the diaper while you're ordering food.
They were really funny because they would do a lot of... See, here's the funny thing about them.
And then you'd have to tell the person, have you ever had anyone order food while peeing in a diaper? And that's...
Because and then they'll say no, but then...
They'd let them know that, like, right now I'm wearing a diaper and I just peed while ordering food.
So, yeah, you have.
And then there was Titty Friday. What was it? Titty Fridays or something like that? Like Flash Fridays. Flash Fridays. If you see our helicopter, get out on the roof, show us your titties. If we're in traffic and you see our van, show us your titties. It was Flash Friday.
One of my favorite
What
ones
does, you
they
don't
ever
want to see
did.
titties? What is wrong with you? He's like, oh, titties.
One of the funnier ones that I ever saw was, or heard, they did, and it's funny because you don't know if it's real or if they're acting it out. but they made it seem like they had snuck into Graceland. Like what's like
Okay,
Graceland where like Elvis lived, and they were like, "We're in his bathroom," but like, I'm pretty sure they weren't actually there.
They
They
didn't
were
leave the
just
studio.
good. They were just
Yeah.
good at like making
Storytelling.
your mind wander to places and setting the tone. Okay, we've got the van outside, and we're remoting in now. Okay, we've detoured from the tour. That we've got rid of them. We're now by ourselves. It's just funny moments in comedy and radio. What do you show? What's up?
Nothing.
Oh, he's just waving his phone around.
He's waving his wand around. It's a lightsaber.
There was another guy who used to do a radio show, and he would do most of the voices himself. And he would. Have you ever heard that one before?
There's a couple.
He'd be like, "Today we have Timmy on the radio or whatever on the show," and like, "Hey man, what's going on?" Blah blah. And then, but he's doing like all the voices. But then he'll come up with something like super controversial. This was like wackadoodle stuff. Back after 9/11, he had like, "Man, I was in the Blockbuster video," which is also dating the time.
Yeah.
Blockbuster video was still around,
No, it's still around.
and he's like,
Still, there's one left in Alaska.
"I
Yeah.
saw Obama in."
Or two in Alaska. One in
And I
Alaska.
reported him. Hold on. People were calling in the radio, and they're like, "No, you didn't." Like, they're getting all upset. But it's funny because it's all made up, and he's getting people's goats. So if you're turning on the radio and you don't realize that it's an entertainment show, you could get wrapped up in it. He'll have like political people on, but they're not. They're fake.
Yeah, their
Be like,
voices.
yeah, he'd be like, "Today we have Janet from the blah blah." This.
Today we'll have Obama.
He would do stuff like that. It would be funny.
I'm Barack Obama.
I forget the guy's name now.
I'm
I think
Barack
he's still on the radio
Obama.
though.
And I approve of this message. Who do you want to run? If you could have one person be the president, that who would it be? Other than yourself.
Damn, we're that good right now, huh? If that's how you feel? That's how everyone feels?
Who?
That's who you want for president?
Who?
I knew it. I knew that's who you wanted
Wait,
for president.
who?
Yep.
Who do I want?
He's
for
not saying no one said anyone, so that's what he's making a joke that, wow, that's how you really feel.
There was silence, so
No
it was
one
just
said,
like, damn.
"I wished that this person was."
I'll tell you what.
The thing is that it should be someone who has like
Kanye for president.
who has experience. I don't even think he's gonna run, dude.
Kanye?
Yeah.
That was just a joke, right? No? Is that not a joke?
You never know. People are special.
There was a story. There's like a couple of TV shows that tell stories from like parties and stuff, and someone said that they had a story about Kanye, and Kanye said he was going to do two things.
Run for president.
One of them was marry Kim Kardashian, which he did.
Yep.
And the other was he was going to run for president. He sent them both on the same night. So
he's
that was a Diplo story. Diplo.
running for
Was
president.
Was he even dating Kim Kardashian?
No, she was married to Chris Humphries.
Do you know who Candace Owens is?
No.
She's going to be the first president, female president.
You think so?
Oh my God.
Who?
This woman. I don't know why that happened. I think I just popped the paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're
Hey.
right up in it.
Popped it.
Stop, you guys.
God, why'd you have to bring your dad to the show?
Hey!
Why did you have to bring your dad? Why?
Be
It's just-
radio friendly.
We got to bring parental
Hey!
supervisors while we're here. Just turn them
You
down.
just did it again.
Hey, did I?
Was it Popeye now?
I don't know, but it does sound like aye.
You just popped the mic.
Aye.
Aye. I'll do it again and again.
Aye.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay, let's just.
It's not fun when you do it, is it?
So glad the people can't hear what we hear.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Candace is a very, 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 very intelligent woman. She's dark skinned. I don't like the term black because black isn't black; it's actually brown. But it's like it's so incorrect.
Were you?
But what? Yeah.
I think you were showing me that joke about the guy who's from Africa, but he was white.
Oh yeah.
And he says, so
Yeah.
that make
Oh,
me
wasn't that amazing?
African American.
Yeah. He's
and
like,
the cop was like,
yeah.
I didn't know what to say to him or
Yeah,
whatever.
it's like, you're harassing me because I'm African American and he's a white guy from Africa. It's amazing.
That's like really smart. That's really smart.
No, she's just. I mean, you can pull it up on your thing, your thing, your computer thing.
I'm gonna pull up on my phone.
No, your dad. Oh, pull.
Stop.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun.
Today. Yes.
I mean, if you go to her page and you play her videos, I don't think we fall into any infringement or violation or copyright,
As long as it's saying who
or
it is.
because it is just marketing for her, and she don't care. She's too awesome.
Kanye for president.
But she will be the first female president, guaranteed. And it's funny because she's so real that, you know, she's Republican, she's conservative, but she's being marketed as, hey, Democrats, here's your first African American female president. Yeah.
What's your name?
Should be interesting what goes on over the next year or so here. Criticism of Black Lives Matter. Interesting.
This girl is on fire. Like, go to her page,
Wait, what's her name?
Candace Owens, and she's so like she's just, it's man, like she couldn't put it on any thicker and make you walk away feeling like a fucking idiot any
Candace
better than she
Olsen?
already does. She's that good.
Olsen?
Owens,
I love people that are able to just
make you.
spell stuff
Oh
that
my
you're just
God.
like, yeah, but that's all BS, and
Oh.
let me explain to you why.
But she goes into when the Democratic Party came into play and how they removed the father figure and told the females that you have the government, created the
Yeah, they
dependency,
paid, yeah,
and then created the African American or the problems within the social structure. And she literally just, and she's like, and now the problem is we have black people running around saying, I'm a victim. And it's like, so she literally just rips into it, and you're like, wow, like this woman is just, she's ruthless. She don't care. She's like, oh, you have feelings? I'm sorry. Grow up.
well, yeah, because there's real stuff going on.
Yeah. Can you jump to her page instead of the wiki?
When you say her page,
Like CandaceOwens.com. She's got to have some. She's
I'll read
I
I'll
mean,
read a quote
sure,
From
but you know, CandaceOwens.com.
Hey, no, hold on. If you're on Google, can you play a video from Google and Google won't get mad?
Look, I got her Twitter page.
It
up.
has to do with where it comes from. So you can't just like, if you just click on this and it's from Fox, Fox is going to say no.
He's got a Twitter account.
No, I don't.
Are you getting the? Oh, I see. You fixed that later.
What did I fix?
I see.
I do not have a Twitter account.
So I don't know. I mean, she was born in 1989. She's 10 years younger than me.
Bro,
And I'm going to tell you,
you need to listen to her speak. I don't know how much we can like, you just need to listen to her speak.
well,
We got 10 seconds. We'll set a timer.
just switch to like this. Right? Here's her Facebook page. Pretty sure we can play this.
Okay, well, hold on. Do we want to show it?
No.
You just want to play it.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that a tease? Why don't we just show our page and push play? We can do that
Sure.
legally. Like if we go capture just to her Facebook, and then you do that, we're good. Should I put the capture into a 3-picture screen?
Virtue signaling academics are creating an entire generation of young people who think getting triggered is the norm.
They said personal responsibility was racist. Hell, everything was
You want to hear something that's her, not this person talking.
This is her big announcement.
And these people are trying to
Fast
get
forward
a
to her.
What happened to us being strong? We have to stand up for what we believe. And so I want you all to know that we got a fight on our hands, but we're going to win. We're on the right side of this thing. That's why we're going to win.
This movement for freedom has gone global, and we are putting you on notice. We are not backing down.
Turning point plan to do to address the neo-Nazis.
Wow, I thought it was going to be her talking. Sorry about that. Here you go.
To the Candace Owen show. So why do you think it is that our community never wants to hold the mirror up to ourselves?
Because that would then mean blaming the victim. That's how they see it. It's easier to yell and scream about racism than it is to look at black people and say, we have to change our behavior. We have to do better.
We are handed so many excuses before we even get out into the real world that it's become a plague on Black America.
White people feel guilty about slavery. They feel guilty about Jim Crow. They really want black people to do well, but a lot of black people don't perceive that. I never learned about how the Republicans as a percentage more than voted for the Civil Rights Act of '64 than Democrats did. I didn't know that Democrats opposed the 13th Amendment, the 14th Amendment, the 15th Amendment. I didn't know any of that. I didn't know Democrats founded the Klan. I didn't know that until I got a lot older.
The same for me. I didn't learn it until these last 3 years.
89%, Candace, of black teens said racism was a minor problem or no problem in my own daily life. In fact, more black teens and white teens said failure to take advantage of available opportunities is a bigger problem than racism. So I mentioned that to Don Lemon last time I was on CNN. That was the last time I was on CNN.
Oh, Don Lemon, yeah, exactly right. He's almost had me on a few times. Yeah. When you see people step to the stage, like Elizabeth Warren, and she's offering reparations. It's actually, like,
no. She wants us to have a full-throated national debate about reparations.
Let's do that right now. Let's have a full-throated
national, not a regional,
national debate about reparations. Which means what? If that totally shocks you, then you're going to be in for a surprise.
We've got a problem.
We've got a problem, right?
Well, this should be interesting.
Yeah, that is.
There's a lot of like.
So she's 28, right?
There's a lot of like cutting through the BS that I've seen lately, and I'm proud of. I'm just proud of what's going on here. It's great, you know.
I would be enthralled if she became our president. Like literally, like I would like. I mean.
What party?
I'd be one of those idiots with a banner out front the White House. You know what I'm saying? Like, welcome home.
Hey.
Go to the inauguration?
Hey.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, done over an hour.
Yeah. You sound like your father.
What does that mean?
Just fucking around. He's punctual. Oh, we did good. We're on point. We're 3 minutes over. Are we done yet?
Well,
I want pancakes.
We're more than that.
But that's true. I want pancakes a lot.
I did some smoking yesterday on the smoker that I got.
I thought did you think the same thing I just thought?
What?
You're talking about cigarettes or something. Hey, some
No.
smoking.
I did some smoking last night.
Yeah, we're like, how'd that feel?
Oh.
I'm talking about meat smoking. I bought some ribs, put together the smoker that I got a while back, and
a picture.
Yeah, I
You
probably
had to watch
have
a
one.
bunch of videos to learn how to use it.
I just wanted to make sure I was doing everything right. That's all.
Did you just throw your father under the bus?
Yeah, I really did.
And back the bus up?
And
It's
then
not
go-
like you
and
said
then pull
he
the bus
needed to
forward.
read the instructions. You said he watched a bunch of videos, which implies
He did.
that he struggled.
He did.
I was just
He made the house smell like
leisurely-
smoke.
Well, that's what it does.
Well, maybe he needed to close the door.
Yeah.
Excuse me. When I called, Juliet said he's barbecuing furiously.
He was. Definitely.
There you go.
And I said, what the hell does that mean?
There you go.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. Nice. That's it.
Ooh.
So, yeah. We used that last night. It was pretty cool.
They weren't the best ribs I've ever had.
They weren't. but that was my first try, and it was like an hour.
Fucking, you
hour
talk
and
about
10
brutal
smokes.
honesty. It's like, hey, Dad, your balls are out. Here's my foot. Wham!
I just don't.
Did it feel
Honesty
good?
is the best policy.
Thanks for dinner, Dad.
Yeah, honesty's the
great.
best policy, but you know.
Juliet doesn't always like that.
They weren't the best ribs. Were they better than your grandpa's ribs?
Yeah.
So you got that going for you.
Sorry, Mark.
His ribs
Well-
are like chewy and they're like. Ugh.
Just
I think we should.
damn, dog. Woo! I won't even say that shit, even though there's a part of me that's like, I agree with you right now. But you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bite my
It's not
tongue.
even your grandpa.
I think your dad overcooks them. I think he's so
Yeah.
distracted by the people that he has in the backyard that he overcooks them.
it's not
I
even
don't
that.
think I think he undercooks them. He doesn't start.
They
early enough.
he pre-cooks them first,
Oh, in the oven.
and they
Oh.
there's like, so if you do 3, 2,
Yeah.
1, which is what he talks about, you're supposed to braise it for 2 hours in between. But it's like,
No.
I think you're better off just putting them on the smoker and just letting it do its thing.
At a slow.
Like, if you're not going anywhere, what's another hour if you're gonna have perfection? Like, it's worth it, you know?
It's like when you pull out the frozen pizza, you can put it in the microwave or you can put it in the oven.
Yeah.
And if you put it in the oven,
You put it in the oven, you can also pour like stuff on top of it when you do it. Put
Yeah.
a little olive oil on
Uh-huh.
there and some
the-
parsley and stuff like that.
It's not
Boom.
delivery. It's DiGiorno.
You just pump that pizza way up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One time we did ramen at the house, but we put
you don't have a commercial for ramen?
Wagyu steak in it. Not Wagyu, but something like really, really good. We were-
Ramen is a food.
Okay.
There we go. We can write that.
So
That's
I
all
think,
it needs to be. It's like ramen is a food.
So I
Yeah,
think
it
let's
works.
spend a few minutes real quick
Yeah.
Doing what? Just spend it.
labeling
No. I need to buy something from you for a couple minutes.
labeling. Can we label the cameras inside
You know
of
what's cool is that the focal point on his face is good enough to where, like, when I sit here and he talks, I feel like he's talking to me and I'm staring at the computer.
It's great.
Yeah.
I am talking to you. Most of the time. I'm
Do we
saying-
want to label any of this stuff, or do you think we're good the way it is?
Okay, so the problem happened that when every time we add a new camera in OBS, it comes up as video source 1, video source 2, video source 3.
Uh-huh.
There's 8 video sources. None of them did I label. So this
know.
literally means that we have to start all over.
We do.
Wipe all the cameras out of OBS and then add them.
You
and,
go up
and
to
then,
you just go to File New.
I think we should
No,
maybe
no,
do
no.
that
I'm talking about.
off-stream.
Okay, so when your OBS, you add a scene, you push plus, you push video source, you go into video source, it says use existing camera. It drops down, it gives you 8 existing cameras.
And now it does, but in the beginning it
those
didn't.
those cameras, it just says video source 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can't alter that unless you remove the video source and you start all over. There's no way to rename it. It's kind of, remember, it was that moment when you said, should you be labeling these cameras? And I said, Psh, well, we'll do that later. And you were correct in that moment. I should be labeling those cameras. Yeah. So what we can do is that when we go off air, I'll leave it recording still, and I'll just wipe cameras.
Yeah. Well, are we gonna wrap up the podcast?
Why? We're talking about stuff real quick.
Oh, I thought.
I love this assistant producer over here.
Yeah.
He's on point, man.
Because people are. No one's watching. Probably. Well, let's see.
How positive is he? This unfiltered honesty is starting to make me feel sad.
It's just. It's true. Juliet hates it. Hates my honesty.
7 p.m.
Like.
Is that our new time?
Possibly.
7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Oh, we have one person watching. Is that you?
No.
Is it Dad?
It is. It is. That's how he knows we've gone 50-something minutes, because he was spying on us. Spying.
We've done an hour and 14.
He's spying.
An hour and 14 minutes.
He's spying.
Spying. Spying up above.
What are you doing?
Somebody once told me world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kinda dumb with a finger and a thumb.
You're not listening.
On her
Rename.
forehead.
Rename.
You're renaming it there.
Okay, but watch. Capture. Right? Sure.
Goodbye.
Hold on. Okay. It works.
This podcast has gone into shambles.
Well, hold on. Go to a.
You're fine.
What is that one? How do you know what it is?
Because it's glowing.
Oh, okay. I see. That's why I was asking a question. Your response is not necessary.
No. You're the computer
I
type.
know, but I did it a different way.
Isn't it an up down?
Yep.
Or do you want it to be C930 up down?
Whatever. I'm gonna label them at some point.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's your boy Ali here.
The question is.
Hold on, he's doing a performance right now. You distracted him.
Sorry. The question is, if you move to a different scene that has the capture card,
We're gonna find out.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to tell you. But the reason I went back is because if it does it there, it did it everywhere. That's why I went to the. Look, if you go here, you tell the computer. Oh, my bad. This is that moment where this needs to be on there, so that whoever's watching can. Yeah. So in here, this is if you add an existing.
Oh, I see.
So as long as it does it here,
then it does it everywhere.
Shooting stuff.
So that's why I was like, "Fuck, you're right.
I'll be back in 1 second."
You're fucking right."
I guess it's just us two now.
Oh my God, no!
Let's blow the mic! Mic! Wait.
So it's an actual cone. So if you pull the foam off. Okay, so how this works is that inside of that mesh, if you look inside.
Yeah.
Here, tighten this. Okay, so in here, yep, if you look sideways, so step back a little bit. You see the cone? See the yellow ring?
Yeah.
Look inside. There's a yellow ring. Here, come this way. Step back. Look at it. Can you look through the mesh? Do you see the yellow ring?
Yes.
Okay, it's a piece of paper. So when you talk too loud, the paper actually cracks. That's what your dad's bitching about, is that the pop in the ears is the crack from the phone.
Oh.
Yeah. And if you scream loud enough, it'll crack and tear the paper.
That's not good.
And that's why your dad bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that a lot. Somebody once told me the world.
So what do you want to do with your day?
I want to see my cousins.
We have guests and stuff coming over.
Excuse me.
I get to see 4 cousins today.
So my question was, when you switch it to the other one, it does it, obviously, right?
Yeah. So you have 2 C920s, and we haven't designated either one of them. What do you want to do to?
We're not there yet.
Just 1 and 2.
It's okay. We know what they are because they're 920s. So you can call them 920 number 1 and 920 number 2.
I just got that song. Somebody once
Told me the world was gonna. And I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kinda dumb with a finger and a thumb in the shape of an L on her chin. It's on her chin.
You sure?
Yeah.
Damn.
Smush do, smush it, don't know what you don't know. I know, I don't know.
There's a Bravio down there, right?
Brio.
Oh, Brio.
We've been talking a lot today. It's a lot of talking.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's overwhelming.
Yeah.
Jeremy, background music while we're doing nothing.
Somebody once told me.
This helps a lot now that they have names.
Yeah. Then you said you couldn't do it. And I said, that's not true. You can do it. Should make it for when you want to add a new scene with just 2 of the cameras. Super easy. And from what I'm reading,
Now when you move scenes, it does exactly what you want it to do. It now says C930A, C930B, C930C, C920A, C920B.
cool. So then we can label them, each of them, and we know what they are without having to guess.
Correct.
Because that one and that one look a lot alike when they're not, the lights aren't on.
Yeah. Well, they're also, these are on specific stands.
That's not the point.
They don't come off the stand.
Sure. It says that instead of making the default audio thing, you know how you chose like mic auxiliary default device? It should have been the desktop audio device, but we'll do that next time. It's all working properly now, so it's all good.
How does that? Desktop audio device will not allow me to change.
Recording and doing all that, you can't do any of that while you're doing that. But this is cool. Appreciate
That's why, because
the
we're
setup.
we're pushing through it, huh?
Mm-hmm. But we're getting better. We're doing things.
Okay, and then you want 3 more scenes, which are room in host 2, room in guest.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's 3 buttons sitting right open, right? There's 3 buttons open.
That's why.
Yep. Technically, if I just did a video out of your computer with another keyboard and mouse over here.
Well, I don't like. Oh, first off, I don't like looking backwards, and I don't think any of us should. Meaning that even if you have another monitor, so I think we should throw it up to there, because then if I'm talking to you and I hit a button, I can check in my peripheral if the button did the right thing instead of having to turn my head.
See where I have mine at?
I can't do that.
You can't have it right here?
No, because I have wired into this, I'm wired into that, I'm wired into this. I'm fucking wired into the world over here. So as soon I can't move it to the other side of my mic.
Okay.
It would be nice, but then what that would happen is just now wires would like wires.
Well, see the Thunderbolts that are on the left side? You switch those to the right side.
If I purchase... No, because regardless, so this whole thing right here has to turn, and then these wires have to run over to here, and then I have stuff here.
Look at what I've got.
Yeah, and you know what? In the bottom of your screen is always a computer cutting half your face off.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a bummer.
That's why I don't do it.
Yep. But it's part of the gig.
No, at one point in time, the mix board won't be there.
Yeah, and neither will my laptop.
No, your laptop will be where the mix board is.
Yeah. I want to have like something built into
and then
the
I'll
desk.
move the camera over a little bit, so even when you do look at your computer, it looks like you're looking at the camera.
I want them up here to attach this somehow.
The problem is we move these too often. See what just happened down here? Like height.
No, I know. I'm with you.
That'll really fuck shit up real good.
How long have we been going?
We're gonna get silence for a second, so everyone just pretend that we're silent for a second. We're good. We're back.
I love silence. It's great. Already 10:30.
Oh, it's late in the day.
What version of OBS are you running?
I just updated.
Oh.
And I've got to clean my room for the guests.
We're going to head home in just a few minutes, but they're not coming till 1 or 1:30 now. There's traffic.
Okay. That makes a big difference.
So.
We're gonna bring on some friends of ours.
It's in a couple weeks. We have 2 guests, which means we get to add more microphones and screens. And
More
scenes.
cameras. More cameras.
It's perfect.
In this video, I'll show you how to add VST audio plugins to your instance of OBS.
Quality, mate.
You can download it at mrc.fm for all these great things with audio. Really excited about this feature. So obviously I've got my microphone I'd like to try out. Audio device that you'd like to add your plugin to. Click filters, and you see I've already been playing with this, so I'm actually going to delete that now and show you how I'd add it. So again, it's the plus icon over plus compression. Okay.
How's your keypad look, Jamie?
Looking good, bud.
Alright. Wow, it worked. That's all three.
Make it in the other room.
Sure. Thanks, bud.
Enjoy Pokemon. We should probably sign off now, huh? Dun 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 dun. Okay, give us the music. We'll call out. We're good. Happy kid music. Where's the happy kid music?
We're getting there. One sec.
Dun 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 dun. Are you struggling? Because I'm just gonna hit off.
Oh, what am I struggling with? I was doing something over here. Sorry. Give me a second.
I know. Well, when your guest walks out of the room, and when I'm sitting here bored as fuck, we should probably just sign the fuck out.
I get it. I'm getting there.
Yeah, great.
Here you go.
Yeah. Engineer's like, yeah, I know there's dead air. Sorry, guys, we're boring as fuck. See?
Cool. We're done. Thanks.